So, when did you first have sex? I was 9 years old. You were 9 years old? Yes. I was taking part in a school's gymnastics competition at a leisure centre in Stevenage in North Hertfordshire. I'd mislaid my tracksuit bottoms, and I knew how angry my father would be if I came home without them. So, I went back into the changing room to look for them. A man walked in. He was tall, muscular and good looking. He was part of the army gymnastics display team that had been performing there as part of the competition. He could see I was distressed and asked what was wrong, and when I told him, he offered to help me look for my tracky bottoms. Well, at one point, he said, "Lie down on the floor, let me just see how strong you are." And then, all of a sudden, his hands were down by my groin, and he was playing with my penis. And well, one thing sort of led to another. We never found the tracksuit bottoms.
From the lake of blazing fire, I sit down like the light god, the governor of lions.
My heart of my mother, my heart of my mother, my heart case of my transformations.
I, even I, am he who cometh forth from the celestial water. He produced abundance for me, and hath the mastery there in the form of the river. His name was Richard. He had hair like spun gold. Blue eyes. I must have been about 2 years old. I think he was a few months older than I was. I was utterly, totally in love. My heart of my mother, my heart of my mother. From the lake of blazing fire, and he was not burned. Of course, you would die of it then, in those days, in the mid-80s. I knew someone when I was living in Brighton. 1 minute, he was as fit as a fiddle. Within about 6 weeks, he was dead. There was no medication, or not widely available then. And I knew somebody else who became blind and then died full blown. He was only about 23. I remember speaking to someone in a club, and him said, "I've been wearing 2 condoms to make it doubly safe." And of course, that was probably the most unsafe thing you could have done. Wearing 2 bits of latex together would have just split the condoms. You'd been better off barebacking. It would have been more fun and more comfortable, and probably no less unsafe than wearing 2 rubber johnnies on your cock.
What manner of land is this unto which I have come? It hath not water, it hath not air, it is depth unfathomable, it is black as the blackest night, and men wander helplessly therein. In it a man cannot live in quietness of heart, nor happiness of longing of love. I am the jackal of all jackals. I draw air from the presence of the light God, from the uttermost limits of heaven, from the uttermost limits of earth, from the uttermost limits of the pinion of the bird of death.
Despite the AIDS terror, people would have unsafe sex. It was either that or die from nuclear Armageddon, courtesy of Mr. Reagan and Margaret Thatcher.